everyone! Hi girls! Today I'm going to show you how to make dry Pollock, stir-fried dry Pollock. It's going to be sweet and spicy. It's called 황태북어볶음 in Korean. So, this is 8 ounce and it's dried. It's a dry fish. See? This is how it looks. Now, the ingredient that I'm using today is that I'll be using one of my enzymes. I remember last video I made a video on how to make enzyme. Well, guess what? I'll be cooking with it. I'll be using the ginger and turmeric root enzyme. Now, first thing you do is pour that in here and take out this thing. You don't want to eat that. And see how the dry fish, it looks like this. The dry Pollock. This is 8 ounce. It looks a lot. Now I'm going to make all this because this lasts long. But before you do, you need to cut them in a bite size because it's really hard to eat this when it's very long. So just cut them in small pieces like this. Now, you notice this is very hard. It's a dry fish and it doesn't smell sexy right now. It smells like fish. So, well, what do we have to do? We're going to have to make this tender. If you add the water, you have to soak it in the water for very quick and then squeeze out the excess. Me, I like to use the cooking wine to moisten it and also to, well, kind of like disinfect them or something. Cup measuring here. And I'm going to add about that much, maybe just a little bit. And, well, I used them all. So I'm just going to mix it so that it gets soaked. It needs to be soaked in it. So, and now it's got rid of a lot of the fish smell. 1/2 cup of red bean paste. And then I'm going to be adding 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I'm going to be adding my enzyme. This is the garlic and turmeric enzyme. And mine is not too, now if you don't have this, you could use the honey or the corn syrup. A lot of the Korean recipes ask you to use the corn syrup. The reason why you use a corn syrup is because it gives a gloss and it's not as sweet as honey and it makes the food look shinier. So if you don't want to use a corn syrup, honey is a good way, but honey is a little bit sweeter than my enzyme. So you might have to put in start with the 1/2 cup and then work your way up. Now, I got a 1 cup here, but I'm going to start with the 1/2 cup and stir first. Now I'm going to just sprinkle it in here. I want a little bit of a chunk of red pepper flakes in it. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon. It has to be sweet, little salty, and spicy. So it has to have that 3 combination. And I think I could add a little bit more of a toasted sesame seeds. So I put in 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seed and 1 tablespoon of black toasted sesame seed, and I'm going to be putting in 1 cup total. It's actually 1 cup of my ginger and turmeric enzyme. Taste. It's sweet. Has a little kick, not too much. Now I'm going to be adding the sesame oil. So I have a tablespoon in there. I'm going to add another tablespoon. Now whenever you do anchovy, like a baby anchovy, stir frying or anything, you end up using a lot of oil. And this is the only time I actually don't mind using a whole bunch of them, because if you really don't put enough oil, it doesn't taste good. So my sauce is ready. On a frying pan, you need to use plenty of oil, otherwise garlic would burn. So I'm going to put about 5 tablespoons of oil. I know it's a lot. Now if you want to, you could put a little bit. Because I have to roast the garlic, I end up using more, and plus the fish tastes better if it absorbs the oil. So I got 5 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm heating the pan. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a flavor oil out of this. First thing I'm going to be adding is jalapeno because they don't burn as fast as the garlic. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting the flavor out of the jalapeno pepper. It just gives that really nice flavor. Now I'm going to be adding garlic. I have about 1.5 cups of sliced garlic in here. You could use a little. You could use the minced garlic. I like to pick out the garlic, and by doing this way, you know that you're eating a lot of garlic, and you know you need this for the winter because you don't want to catch cold, and garlic is good for you, cooked or raw. Either way is fine. So now, see how even though I put 5 tablespoons of oil, it really doesn't coat the garlic a lot, doesn't it? So, kitchen smells wonderful. Do you like the smell, handsome? He likes garlic perfume better than my other perfume. What's your favorite perfume, handsome? Garlic perfume, huh? Garlic and onion perfume? That's your favorite perfume. Alright. So, now you want the garlic to be cooked because the fish doesn't need to be cooked too long. I'm just going to stir fry it to give it the oil flavor. So you want the garlic to be cooked all the way and crispy if you can. My home smells so wonderful. This is my favorite smell. Cooking. And once you cook the garlic, it's not as strong as you think it is. You figure, oh my goodness, Omma, are you crazy? Are you cooking it so that the vampire won't attack you or something? No, when you eat this stuff, you really don't smell as you thought it would be. Now, see, you want the garlic to be kind of cooked a little bit like that. See? So, have patience. And with this oil on the frying pan, that's what's going to coat the fish, and it's going to get rid of a lot of the fish smell. And the cooking wine already did that a little bit, but this oil is what's going to give that really good flavor. Alright, I've been cooking the garlic for about 5 minutes, maybe less. And now I'm going to be adding the fish. I'm coating now constantly I'm coating it and I'm stirring it, so I'm still on a high heat. But if you're worried, you could put them on a medium heat and do that too. So now everything smells wonderful. See? It looks like this. Even the fish is roasted a little bit. So I'm going to turn off the heat now. Get it away from the heat. Or you could kind of wait a little bit until the fish is no longer hot. Because if you put them in a hot plate, really, really hot, and cook with it, then the enzyme dies. But I turn off the heat now. And what I'll be doing is I'm going to pouring in this sauce here. Okay. And then I'm going to be adding about a cup of almonds, sliced almond, because I need those really nice fat. So, and then you keep constantly stirring this. You want all the flavor to be in there. It's all ready. This is a perfect side dish, perfect lunch to take to everywhere, picnic. It's very chewy, but I like it. It's perfect for me.